Hey everybody, it's me, Jimmy V, coming at you live from the Dummy Guy studio here in Orlando, Florida. I'm not really in the studio, so to say, right now. I'm down in my living room. But I wanted to record. I'm so excited about what is in this box that I couldn't even wait to go upstairs and set up the studio to shoot this. I said, I'm just going to shoot it right here and show you what I got. This is just going to be amazing. It's another Jimmy V collab with my main man, Chance Wolf, my partner in creativity. We've been talking about this idea for a long time, and these things sometimes take a lot of time from, hey, wouldn't it be a great idea to make a figure that looks like blank, that does blank, and then to actually having it come to life. But this idea was so good, it didn't die, and it finally made its way to fruition and to the light of day. It's going to come out of this box. You're going to see it. I'm going to see it for the first time, and you're going to love it because it's that cool. All right, let's dive in. I got a big old box with lots of packing peanuts. You know, my favorite. And so, oh, there go my books. Shoot, let me go get those. Professor Nincompoop. How to Make Your Sock Talk. Shameless plug here, but I mean, since we're talking about a ventriloquist dummies, if you want to learn how to talk without moving your lips, get this book, How to Make Your Sock Talk, A Beginner's Guide to Ventriloquism, available on all of your favorite online booksellers. Okay. Got to spread the word about the art, man. That's why we're all here. A feather. We have a feather. We have a costume piece, which we're going to get to that in a moment. And I'm going to fish for the pieces and parts. Chance does an amazing job at packing, labeling, unpacking, which I'll show you. This is the head. I'm going to set that down right here for now because we're going to go with the body first. If I can find it in here, dig it out. Oh man, it's going to get everywhere, but I'm trying. Oh. All right, okay. I'm trying to be both gentle with the... No, don't eat the... Dogs are going to eat the peanuts. Okay, that's not going to work. Okay. It's a party. Lots of peanuts. All right, so let's look at this. This is the genius of Chance Wolf. If you've ever gotten a Chance Wolf figure or a Chance Wolf magic prop, then you have seen this. The brilliant packaging and unpackaging. Because, you know, if you take a prop and you wrap it up, bubble wrap or foam wrap like this, and then you use a scissor or a packing knife or a box cutter and you try to cut the stuff open, there's a likelihood you can nick the prop, the puppet, the paint, and, you know, you'll be kicking yourself afterwards. And Chance knows that from experience. So he packs, he always puts these little X's and these little tabs, so you don't have to use a box cutter. You don't even have to wonder what to unpack. You just pull the tabs and the stuff comes right off. And we're going to do just that here in the unpacking of this puppet. And just like that, we're going to see this puppet body come to life. Oh, I got another hand here. Let me get this off here. Ta-da. Take a look at the hand. We've got some black fingernail polish, which is get away from, which is a part of the character. You can see we have a very unique, ornate costume here. And this should inform you as to the character that this is going to be. A few things, since Christy's working the camera here, and she's amazing. This is some awesome detail work. So this has a cummerbund. All of this clothing is custom crafted to the body. And he added this Velcro strap here so you can have the cummerbund, but if you need to get into the body, you can Velcro it. This is Chance Wolf's head locking system, which is great. It uses a bungee cord that is attached down the bottom at the seat there, and it is replaceable if it were ever to break pretty easily. You've got a very sturdy body covered in this very thick muslin quilting. You've got a casted neck socket with a nylon inlay that makes for super smooth rotation on the head. What doesn't this guy think? Chance, this body has a top piece that has molded and curved shoulders that really give the body a nice look. And these are just some of the details that go into a typical Chance Wolf dummy. Now this dummy, like I said, is a collab idea that Chance and I have been working on, but Chance made a short run of these figures, and so there's a few other lucky few who have this puppet as well. I think this is maybe a run. There's maybe 4 or 5 of these total between Chance's, his own piece, mine, and the others. So this is limited to a few. So let's pop open, again, beautiful tabs on this for easy opening. Love that. Let's take this dummy out of the wrapper and see what we... Oh my goodness. You know, I don't know if I want you to see the whole thing yet. Maybe I'll put it together and do the reveal. Let me put so you'll see that little wire there. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, there's a method for this, putting this hat on, which Chance even put together a video for owners to know exactly how to set this thing up and how to put on the hat, because there's a particular, well, you'll see in a minute when I get it all done. Oh, wait, there's a band here, like a headband that goes a certain way on here. And there we go. Okay. See if I got it.
While you do that, I'll just show these hands again.
Okay, you do that while I get this set. So for everyone's viewing pleasure. Okay, so this is now on. And look, oh geez.
I didn't show it yet.
Oh, you didn't. You got.
Let's just look at our mess here.
Okay.
Do we want to put the feather on?
We'll put the feather on later. The feathers, like, okay, so.
Are you ready? Do you have it plugged in?
No, I don't have it plugged in. I'm going to stick the head. You can show this. I'm going to stick the head in here. And then Chance said the first thing I got to do is lock the head on the headlock, which I just did.
Look at that.
Okay. there's a wire, this wire. There's a outlet on the back of the neck here. You can see this goes into that like that. This is a fancy figure, folks. This is not just your run-of-the-mill animations. There's another wire that comes off the head stick, and there is a socket for that inside the head, inside the body. And so then this gives you
Look at those eyes and the glittery makeup.
you've got
Loki.
the eyebrows like that. You've got side-to-side eyes like that. And you've got moving mouth like that. And now the head stick is index finger trigger. And I got to tell you, that is such a smooth jaw with such a bouncy animation. It's great. I'm bouncing it because it just feels so cool to do it. Like, that's how good the action on that mouth is. And the eyes are amazing too. And you got your eyebrows. Now, the eyebrows are a little bit limited, just slightly limited by the turban, but not really. But the turban is designed to come off as part of the, as part of it. Now, I have to get some batteries for this. Do you want to take some video up close while I get the batteries for this? All right, you don't go anywhere, okay? Fortunately, I know exactly where the batteries are. And I know exactly how to put these in. And Chance was like, you got to put the batteries in. I'm like, I know how to put batteries in properly, bro. He's always so worried about making sure that people don't mess it up, because then it comes back to him to fix. And I'm like, bro, I can handle it. I can handle it. So, okay. Batteries are inserted. And now let's see. There's a knob back here, an on switch, and you can see that we get a light on that turban, and you can, using this, look at this dial knob here. Can you see this dial knob? That's the on switch, and the attenuator. By turning this, you can create a glowing effect, and you can kind of see how it has a swirly motion in there, as if he's, I will register. I can't do both at the same time. Turn the dial and I will register for the convention.
I love how the hand does that. Where it's like,
He's like, yes. He's, yes. And then I'm going to get a crystal ball, and it'll look like he's waving his hands over the crystal ball. So you've got the jewel, and you're like, oh, that's really cool. His jewel lights up. And so then maybe after he does some mind reading or mystic fortune telling or tarot card reading or whatever he might do, or just some comedy related to those topics, he says, I am all-seeing, all-knowing, and to prove it, you take off his turban, and there is his all-seeing eye, which also lights up and attenuates.
Yeah, did yourself.
And you've got, again, the eyes. But look, the eye moves side to side, so he can look at you, and the eye is looking at you.
Holy moly.
Look at that. Is that cool or what? Come on. And this,
Believe it or not, if I haven't seen
and this was the crux of the character, the idea of having a mystical seer character with a third eye under a turban that is revealed as basically a blow-off, an ending of a routine, to give the character something really cool to to have as an ending of a routine. And the idea of having the turbine light up, essentially with the idea that the turbine light, the turbine jewel is powered, by his thoughts. But then you realize when you take the turbine off that it's actually not the jewel, it's actually in his eye gleaming through the jewel. Now this case, there's actually a light in the turbine and in the eye, but it seems like it's the eye that's lighting the turbine the entire time, which I just think is just such a cool concept and effect. And that is really what I was hoping to create with this idea, and Chance just nailed it as far as all the execution and the electronics and look, and oh my gosh, this is just such a amazing character and outcome. I mean, you gotta admit how good it is.
Did you donate some of your beard hair for his beard?
Yeah, probably use some of my beard hair there for that.
That's so cool.
I can see your future. Let me see. You're thinking, dinner. Yes, I am actually thinking about dinner. Oh, I told you, just perfect, yes. So this is it. We call this the Sinister Seer because he has somewhat of a menacing kind of appearance, although I find him quite endearing.
Like he's got like a wicked cool laugh.
And he's got this great purplish eye makeup that has glitter in it. I mean, how cool is that? And
Jafar's brother.
yeah, like Jafar's brother. I don't know. Is that a good laugh?
That's not what I'm envisioning.
What kind of a laugh are you envisioning?
I don't know. I'm not even going to attempt.
Yeah, I want to hear your laugh.
No.
Is a sinister laugh like that, or a sneaky laugh like, or a?
The Vincent Price thing. I don't know how you do that.
Vincent Price is quite an iconic voice.
I know.
I don't know. You
So cool.
send me your, tell me what kind of laugh it should be. Give me an example. Put it in the comments so we know. Tell me what you think of this figure. Tell me what your favorite part is. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a video. I do have another unboxing video coming soon. I know I haven't posted in a while, but I haven't been actually buying that many figures lately, and been working on my books. But this is an amazing figure. I had to show it to you. I hope you enjoyed seeing it.
I absolutely love the teeth. Coming with my dentistry background, I love his teeth. Can you open his mouth again? That is just so cool.
Yes, look, he has canines that like extend.
You don't usually see that in a puppet. It's very
No, you don't.
Very correct.
No, you don't.
Bicuspids and everything. Really nicely done.
There he goes. There he is. Lovely, lovely Chance. Thank you. Now the light is off. The eye is off. The eye is on.
Whoa.
The eye is off.
Did you see how that? Do that again.
The eye is on.
That is freaking cool. Oh my god.
Yeah. Totally cool. Huh?
That was a good voice for it.
Totally cool. All right.
Way to go,
Hey.
Chance.
It's me, Jimmy V, coming at you live from the Dummy Guy Studio. As I said, subscribe, comment, do all the stuff you're supposed to do so that you never miss a video. I love having you here. Love you watching these videos. Thank you. If you're interested in my books, check them out. Online booksellers. And until next time, stay classy.